Shehzad, let's be very clear. Mohan Bhagwat is saying, are we going to go around the country finding shivlings in every mosque? At the same time says, Gyan Vapi mosque issue should be settled by consensus, by dialogue, through what the court says. Does this mean that no one in the BJP or in any of the Sangh Parivar outfits will now go around the country looking for places of worship where allegedly 200, 300, 500, 600 years ago there was a temple? Are we very clear that no more beyond what is already before the courts?
You know, Rajdeep, I would have liked it had this format not been first me and then Mr. Owaisi, and both of us could have engaged in a debate, because that's the essence of democracy and dialogue. But for whatever reasons,
an opportunity to both sides. Let's listen to you first.
I hope Mr. Owaisi, if he's still listening, comes on the panel and debates one-on-one rather than doing it suo moto alone. Nonetheless, let me just clarify. Look, the RSS always stands for Rashtra Nirman and Sanskritik Punar Nirman, and therefore the statements made by RSS chief are always in the attempt of nation building, of Rashtra-niti, not of Rajniti. He is aiming towards Samvad, not Vivad. He is aiming towards consensus, not confrontation, of removing a solution, not creating a problem. But in this country, the panelist who will join us next, he belongs to a mindset called All India Muslim ko incite karne wali majlis. And this Muslim ko incite karne wali majlis jo hai, I also call it the INC mindset. I need communalism mindset. They divided the country on Hindu-Muslim. They divide classrooms on Hindu-Muslim. They divide loudspeaker on Hindu-Muslim. They divide every opportunity. The court order has come on Gyan Vapi. Look, people went to Supreme Court. They said they should be stayed under 1991 Act. The Supreme Court said, no, nothing doing. Let the matter go on. District judge will listen to it. Where is the point of communalism? In the loudspeaker matter, where Mr. Owaisi has a problem, court order has come. In matters of hijab, the Karnataka High Court has come out with an order. In Teen Talaq, court had come out with an order, but Mr. Owaisi will not follow it. In fact, when Mr. Owaisi comes, do ask him, Supreme Court convicted and sentenced Yaqub Memon to death. He said, I do not believe this because Mr. Yaqub Memon is a Muslim, he has been hanged. I have the India Today report.
No, 1 minute.
So,
Today you are again trying to go like the Shehzad Express. The last time you came, it went viral. Let me be very clear. 1 minute. You say Mohan Bhagwat is talking about nation building, nationalism. He's setting in a way the way forward on disputes like this. The problem is the Sangh Parivar speaks in a forked tongue. On May 22nd, Sunil Ambekar, the RSS's Akhil Bharatiya Prachar Pramukh, says historical facts cannot be hidden for long. While talking about the Gyan Vapi dispute, I believe we should let facts come out in the open. In any case, truth has a way of coming out. How long can you hide it? It's time to put these facts in right perspective. So you've got Mohan Bhagwat who's saying we don't want to get involved in an Andolan. The Bajrang Dal will carry out an Andolan. The VHP will say Ayodhya to jhaki hai, Kashi Mathura baki hai. You'll have some other sundry Hindutva organization saying, I want to reclaim even Qutub Minar tomorrow. Let's be very clear. Who is speaking for the RSS? Is it the RSS chief or all these various sundry organizations that come under the RSS?
You know, a lot of Patrakars, they always say that one stray person should not categorize the entire community or the entire group. If supposing somebody says Allahu Akbar and blasts himself, do we say all Muslims are terrorists? So therefore, if somebody says something, you tag him with the Sangh Parivar, what kind of logic is that? As far as Mr. Ambekar, now I'll come to Mr. Ambekar. I remember that statement. Mr. Ambekar, did he say that if I don't get this particular place, I'm going to go and do a rally, Sar Tan se juda, Sar Tan se juda? People are going to courts. This is the community, Rajdeep, that has waited like Nandiji patiently for 350 years for their right to pray. This is the community that waited for 500 years for the right in Ayodhya. Where have they gone? In fact, the people who go on the streets and jam the streets in the name of CA. Shaheen Bagh was declared illegal by whom? By the Supreme Court of India. CA is also a law passed by Parliament. Does the next speaker who will come, because he wants to come only solo with you, will he acknowledge that the CA law is also
I am asking you, no, 1 minute. Vishwa Hindu Parishad says Ayodhya to jaki hai, Kashi Mathura baki hai. We've got Hindutva organizations protesting outside the Qutub Minar claiming there is a temple here.
How is that Sangh Parivar?
No, 1 minute.
No, how is that Sangh Parivar?
All of them in some way.
So
Is,
every Hindu
is VHP,
you-
not, is VHP
does-
not associated with the Sangh Parivar? Is the Bajrang Dal not associated with the Sangh Parivar? Why should I trust Mohan Bhagwat when come tomorrow some other sundry group in some other part of the country will say this was originally a temple, I need to reclaim it?
Those who don't even trust the constitution which talks about UCC and Supreme Court which says teen talaq ka kanun banna chahiye, how can they trust Mohan Bhagwat ji who speaks the language of constitution? So I don't expect Mr. Owaisi to ever believe Mr. Mohan Bhagwat. He might believe what some fatwa might come from Middle East, he might believe that. He's more inclined to that and that is his prerogative. But I am only asking couple of questions. One, is it wrong for me to acknowledge that yes, there were rulers like Aurangzeb who killed his own brother, who also destroyed mandirs. In fact, Salman Khurshid has written it in Sunrise over Ayodhya that Aurangzeb, the cruel Akranta, broke a mandir. One second. Truth and reconciliation, you advocate truth and reconciliation in Africa, South Africa. Nelson Mandela ne truth and reconciliation kiya. Yahan par Ambedkar ji bole, to he is wrong.
My limited
No, 1 second. My
my
limited point. Rajdeep, limited point. Mr. Owaisi's brother goes to Aurangzeb's Kabar and does Fatiha. Has he ever gone to Dara Shikoh? Has he ever gone to APJ Abdul Kalam? Has he ever said Lieutenant Umar Fayaz is my hero? Has he ever said that I like Mr. Ustad Bismillah Khan? Why is his hero and icon only Aurangzeb? And if I say that Aurangzeb broke the mandir and it is a documented fact of history, if I say that and I say I want truth and reconciliation, then you would say that we are trying to subvert law and justice?